The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5. I just got done watching, and let's talk about it. So I want to start off in order, I guess. There's like 3 or 4 parts I really want to talk about. But let's start with, I guess, the sequence of when Ellie and Dina, they finally start heading out, like, to get Abby. And they're in the building, I guess. That's WLF territory. And then things are just going too easy. And then they're like, okay, we don't hear anything. So there's definitely not any infected, or at least hordes. And then they go in and down the hallway into like that big, like, I guess, open part. And then they see, then they see the one infected. And then Ellie's like, oh, it's one of the smart ones that, like, I killed at the supermarket. And then they find out that there's even more. There's 2 more. And then they look back. There's 3. And then they're surrounded. And then they quickly devise a plan where Dina goes into like the cage thing, the caution thing, and then locks herself in there, while Ellie just distracts them all so that she, has time to get in there. And that's what they do. And then, still, while Ellie's shooting the shots in the air, some of the infected still go after Dina. And then she luckily gets, she locks the cage up, she's secured, but then they're still trying to get at the top. And they're actually like, they're obviously very intelligent, but also very powerful. They're really ripping through the caging like easily, very quickly as well. So there's not that much time, and then that's happening, and she's out of ammo, so she can't even help herself for Ellie. And then for Ellie, she's literally just getting like just mobbed, just literally jumped by all of them at once, and it's a lot. She also can't take them all on, which what we saw if it wasn't for Jesse. Because then, surprise, surprise, I literally couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I was not expecting it. I was expecting someone to come in to save her. I was thinking maybe someone from WLF, but no, it's Jesse. Jesse, I'm like, where did blood come from? Where did blood come from? But Jesse came in clutch. He saved both of them, and then they quickly ran out. He's like, follow me. And then they quickly ran out, and then they were getting chased after by WLF. And they had to quickly just run down, and Jesse like, just follow me. And he's like, you know what? They'll stop following, so we go to the park. And then they run to the park, and then they stop. The WLF was there. Whoever the commander was at that time, that unit, he's like, nah, we don't go in there. Stay out, just camp out here, wait for them to come out if they do. And then we find out a little bit after that, the reason being is that I think they're the cult's name is officially confirmed. Okay, I finally now know the answer. It's a cult. Okay, it's kind of obvious before, but now it's official. Okay, if I'm not wrong, I don't remember them saying the name of this episode, but are they not called the Scars? Let me know down below. Might be wrong about that, but they're obviously they're messed up, which is expected for a cult. But the reason why the WLF didn't go in there is because the cult occupies that territory, essentially, a little bit of territory there. And it's kind of like a woods type thing. So they pretty much, Jesse, Dina, and Ellie, they're just kind of traversing through there. And then they just see the cult members there doing this whole, well, I won't say it's a ritual, but kind of is at the same time. Because they literally hang this guy. Okay, that's what happens. This guy, who knows what he did, he got hung. And then they also took, like, they just opened him up, or just, cut him open, and his intestines were all over the place. So that's another thing. We're seeing intestines again, man. Another episode where we see them. And this guy, it was brutal. And then while it's happening, just after they do that to the guy, someone from the cult, I guess they have some people on the outskirts, just surround the area, the perimeter. They spot, I guess, Dina, and then they shoot her in the leg with some like, I don't know if it was poisonous or not, or what it was, but they just shoot her in the leg with that thing. And then Ellie's like, quickly, she's like, you guys go, I'm gonna go, like, distract them. Again, Ellie's taking another one from him because she knows that she is, I don't know, she's kind of brave, but also, like, in this case, it doesn't apply, but usually it's when it's against infected, because she can't be infected because she's immune. But she just loves just throwing herself out, just kind of like Joel's characteristics, like the leadership traits there. So that was cool. But I can't get over it. Just seeing Jesse again was absolutely epic. And also at this time, we find out, or a little bit before it, actually find out that Jesse and Tommy both came from Jackson, and they snuck out actually, so it was not agreed upon by the whole town. So that's another thing. Who knows what's gonna happen if they get back? And Jesse and Tommy, they actually split up, and then they had a rendezvous point for tomorrow as well. So the plan is to get to the theater, and then meet up with Tommy tomorrow, at the rendezvous point. But we'll see what happens in the next episode for that, because I have a feeling that's not going to go as planned. Because as they escape, obviously, Ellie, she gets cut off, or gets intentionally cut off, like, split off from Jesse and Dina, because she wants Jesse to pretty much just get Dina out safely. And yeah, like I said, Ellie's gonna distract the people, and then she's kind of just like running away as well, trying to get herself safe. And as it's happening, they're about to find her, okay, because there's so many of them. And she also trips, and then she's like, "Oh wait, I found a spot in the tree, like this little hole in the tree." And then she hides in there, and then they didn't spot her. They got very close, but they didn't spot her. And then she gets out, and then she checks around, and then she realizes it's safe. And that was another intense moment. Just, I don't know, I thought someone was gonna die there, honestly. I wouldn't even be surprised at that point. But luckily, no one died. And then she gets out, and then she has no other choice. She sees ahead, she sees where it is, and she's like, "Oh man, I gotta go into the WLF territory again." And then she's like, "Oh, I know how this is gonna go." And then I guess she's like, "It's either I stay here, where this is absolutely terrible. I'm gonna get, like, who knows what they're gonna do to me, some inhumane things here, where I'm gonna get caught, or I just go over there." And she's like, "Screw it, I'm gonna go over there." And it also fit her needs, because she was trying to find Abby, so it kind of was 2-for-1, I guess, in some type of way. And yeah, anyways, Ellie goes out, and then she sneaks, or she snuck herself into this little, like, because she's so like small, she snuck herself into this like little crevice. I don't even know what to call it. This little like hole that there was in the wall, and kind of got through the building in there, like the very big building that's just completely controlled by WLF. And then one of the dogs caught her, but the guy just thought they followed, the soldiers just thought it was like an animal or something like that. Okay, because look at that. Who's that? What rational person expecting a person, or yeah, what rational being is expecting a person to actually fit like through that? No one. Okay. And anyway, she breaches the building, and guess what? The person she goes after was Nora. I guess she found Nora first, and then to try to probably get answers about where Abby's at. And then Nora tries to pull a quick one. Well, Nora was first like, "Oh, I feel bad for trying to like just like fake sympathize with her," and then she's like, "Nah, actually I don't." Joel got what he deserved. And then Ellie just started getting pissed, and then yeah, Nora just kind of found her chance to dip, and she's pretty much just splashed Ellie with the trail of blood, essentially. And then yeah, she's running down. Nora runs out. She's like, "I need help! I need help!" She's running down for like a minute straight. That's what it felt like. And then she got cornered down while Ellie's chasing her, and Ellie's getting shot at as well by soldiers. And then yeah, Nora is like, "Oh damn, I have to go through the elevator to B2? And B2 is, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. B2 is tough, because we know what happens in B2. Yeah, and guess what? If you saw the trailer, the teaser from last week that they have for every episode after the episode airs, yeah, you know what happens. There's what are they called? Yeah, spores. And then we find out Ellie just investigates. She's like, "What the hell is this?" She just investigates it, and obviously she's immune, so nothing happens to her. But the spores, they're just like air. They're like air type of viruses. Like just yeah, through the air, you catch it, you're done. So what happens. And Nora knew that going into it, and she still did, because she's like, if I stay there with Ellie, she's gonna kill me, obviously. So I might as well take my chance. And yeah, the soldiers. Ellie went down because the soldiers were literally coming after her. She was like, "I literally have to go down here, and I guess kill her," which I'm gonna do anyway. So I guess it worked for her. And she goes down, she investigates, and she sees the two infected, like the two spores. And the way they just demonstrate like the particles kind of just like in the air, just like moving around. I just love that. And also like the gas that comes out of the mouth. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I just loved it. It was very, very spooky, like how it should be. And anyways, while she's investigating, she hears someone screaming, and obviously it's none other than Nora. And it sounds like she's dying. But yeah, she moves a little bit down. Ellie moves a little bit more further in, and then she turns like the red light on, the emergency lights. And then she goes into the next room, and lo and behold, who does she see down the hallway? It's Nora. She's down on the ground. She can't even do anything. She's about to die. She's literally dying. And she's just, yeah. And Ellie's like, "Just tell me where Abby's at." And she just launched short. Nora's like, "No, I'm not giving you the answers." And then what does she do? Ellie grabs this tool, this like wrench type tool, and just goes. I knew she was gonna do it. She just goes at Nora's legs and just keeps on hitting them. just like what happened to Joel, essentially. And this is showing that obviously the road to getting Abby is not going to be tough by any means, and nor should it be, okay? Because then it's not going to, it's just not going to pay off as well. It's not going to hit the same. So it should be difficult because then it'll pay off. It'll hit hard. But also the fact that Ellie, she literally has to kind of go against her morals. She's kind of getting blindsided by the hatred so much that she's going against her morals, against who she really is. And she's kind of turning into Abby, if you think about it. Just that scene, that's what I got from it. So it's just that's kind of an interesting take from there. And then, yeah, pretty much you'd assume, I'm trying to remember the ending of it. Then, yeah, Nora was pretty much just, yeah, let's just say she's dead. Kind of ended there where she's kept on whacking her, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, you can obviously assume that she's going to die because she's going to die regardless because she's infected, okay? She's not, everyone else is immune like how Ellie is. So Ellie's going to be fine. She's going to go probably, I don't know where, because she has to find her way out now as well. That's another thing. Who knows where that's going to lead her? Maybe it's going to lead her even deeper down. I don't even know. Apparently there's a B3. We'll see about that. What happens down there, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be this season. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how, but she has to find a way out. And I know those doors are behind Nora, but I don't know what goes on there. But we'll probably pick up from there where Nora dies or is dead. And then, yeah, Ellie's just trying to find her way out and link up with Jesse, Tommy, and Dina. Whether it's at the theater, at the rendezvous point, who knows. But then also after that happens, we see a flashback, which we were expecting with Joel, flashback, but we finally see the first one now. And it's of just Abby kind of in her room, laying in bed. And Joel's like, what did Joel say? Hey, kiddo. And then that was about it. And I'm just like, trying to understand, like, I don't know if it's me, but like, did I lose the point of that? Like, I'm like, what was the reasoning behind this? Like, what is this, like the significance, the meaning of this? Because obviously there's something. So I'm thinking about the scene prior. I'm like, okay, this is what Ellie does to Nora, and then the scene comes right after. I still don't know. Like, I'm trying to, like, even still at this point, I'm trying to rationalize this, and I can't. So let me know what that end scene there, the flashback means, because I have no clue. Like, I'm definitely missing something. I feel pretty stupid right now because I think it should be. I don't know. I'm thinking it's obvious, but I just don't get it if it is. But yeah, overall, this episode, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Another good episode for the season. There hasn't been any bad, by the way. But yeah, honestly, this episode gives like, I lean towards like a 7.8 to 8. Honestly, the latter half of the episode definitely is where the sauce is at. So yeah, the latter half. But yeah. Another good episode. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.